Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God, back with you with the next video in my Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. Today, continuing Baldur's Gate 3. So here we are, in front of this imminent fight here, against these shadow-cursed harpers. So, we're gonna go ahead and trigger the fight, so here we go.
If not over, then through.
Okay, here we go. I can reach this one, so let's do that then. I pretty much have like no spells, so we'll get what we can get done. So you see Brockshield's ability is definitely limited. He's the most limited out of any of my players because, I mean Gale also, but Gale has a ton of spell slots. Basically as a paladin, if you don't have your divine smites, you don't have as much DPS, and it's noticeable. But we do still have a strong party, so let's keep pushing.
I will ascend. Taking position.
May the dice roll in my favor.
Okay, let's see what we can get done. There's a lot of fight ahead of us. So I would rather not Gale get targeted. So for that reason, actually, let's just go with what seems like a common sense move, which is casting Wall of Fire. Ready? Here we go. Here's Wall of Fire for sure. This is looking like a strong move. Check that move out. That is ridiculous. And then he's a concentration spell, right? So let's Misty Step back. That is a strong turn. They're dying to it. That's crazy. Okay, this is the time for Shadowheart's Spirit Guardian, or Guardian of Faith. This one is just so good. Here we go. Strong move, Shadowheart. Will also conjure Spiritual Weapon. Unbelievable move from Shadowheart. Just look at how much utility she's adding. Well done, Shadowheart. Hit. Okay, Brock shield again. Good move.
Tale for the ages.
Indeed.
Torment!
Shadowheart. Let's just get a cantrip here. Good finish. Beautiful.
Make way.
See, something's going on over here. You have to be careful this fight doesn't spill over. We need to finish now, actually.
Death is but a word away. Outflank, outsmart.
Fortunately, that thing hasn't gone for help, which is huge. Oh, big hit from Shadow. Fail a perception roll. I think we're good here. And we've all leveled up.
What's that?
We'll get to it. Do we have any short rest? No.
Swift as my feet.
So this is the end of our fight for sure.
What's that?
You feel a rush of outrage. This woman worshipped Shah to the end. So why does the Night Singer's curse not spare her? You feel a rush of outrage. This woman worshipped Shah to the end. So why does the Night Singer's curse not spare her? You see a man drain his tankard in an inn as he listens to a flaming fist play the lute. He's better than his uniform might suggest. You catch a glimpse of an older man turns his head away in shame. His neighbors would not renounce Saluna. Now they hang in the town square.
Good for them, they didn't give up their god, though. Can respect that. So, looking at Wraithwind, so we see here's a fast travel point, right? But we need to go ahead and sell all our stuff and you know, keep going from there. So that's actually what I'm going to go ahead and turn to do now, is to sell everything. So let's head back to the main camp. And we should also level up during the long rest for sure. Let's go to last light in. And let's be mindful of the path we explored here. Remember, we went up this way. So there's a fight over here, so we have to be mindful of that fact. So I'm going to talk to the quartermaster.
See if there's anything you need. We don't know when the next blow might land.
Thanks.
Take care now.
Thanks, Tom.
It'll need. Direct me.
Nice, Gale. Gale learned knock. That's useful. Mundane, but useful. So let's save and level up here, and then long rest. So we are now level 8. Level 8. This is so cool. Excellent. So we can change our prepared spells. We'll leave that for now. And we can also change our feat. We'll go with ability improvement and just max out our strength. So that should be good. Now we've maxed out strength, and that's first class. Okay. Next is Shadowheart. So she gets a level 4 spell slot, which is really cool. And an action, Divine Strike Radiant. The weapon as it becomes. That's pretty cool. So when we prepare spells, it looks quite cool. Banishment, freedom of movement. Very cool. Okay, sounds good. And a feat, so we'll just improve her ability. We'll improve her wisdom to 20. Good stuff. Next we got Gale. Level 4 spell slot. Okay, so next we got, let's see, greater invisibility, stone skin. Concentration, bestow curse, confusion. Let's take conjure minor elemental. That's pretty useful. And we'll also pick dimension door. I think that'd be really helpful to move people around. As for our feat, we'll select ability improvement and max out our intelligence. Good stuff. Great job, Gale. And last but not least, Lae'zel. Okay, so we're just going to select ability improvement. And her strength is already maxed out. Since her strength is already maxed out, there was one... Interesting. This one is pretty good. Savage Attacker. That's pretty useful. There was one I was thinking though. This is it. It's Great Weapon Master. When you land a critical hit or kill a target with a melee weapon attack, you can make another melee weapon attack as a bonus action that turn. So that would be really useful for wiping out a bunch of mobs, because anytime we land a critical hit or we get a kill, we get another melee attack. So that adds up. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Let's go with Great Weapon Master for her. And we can also get maybe Savage Attacker in the future, but I say that because her strength is already 20, so she doesn't need any more there. So that's good. Let's keep going. Okay, good stuff. Now we'll save and long rest.
Jahira wants to know about supplies. Will we make...
waste of
So I don't have to talk with anybody at camp. Just pick up some supplies here. Keep going. Okay, let's long rest now. Very cool.
I never met a skeleton before.
Let's head out now. So that was Alfira at the camp,
How's the bar?
who we saved in, I don't know if it's last week's, I think it was last week's video actually, yeah. That was nice.
Pretty, but it can take a beating.
Okay. So now let's head back to Wraithwind and continue the exploration. Let's start actually by investigating the House of Healing, so we'll head back up there. Okay, here we go.
That's curious.
That's curious. True love's caress. Fond caress. On one of a magical pair of rings, this allows the wearer to receive warding bond from a creature wearing the matching ring. Let's read this. In the 5th year of our union, we faced the biggest hurdle yet. My parents became quite ill and we became their caretakers. It was a dark and difficult time filled with emergencies of every possible type. Gone were the easeful days in which our time was our own. Our days were filled with work, each other, and little else. During our darkest moments, I wondered if we'd survive it, but the bond of love we had was resilient. It could bend and bend and bend, but would not break, no matter the pressure. Very cool. So let's look at this ring here, True Love's Caress. So I want to go ahead and Google this. Why? Because I would think, right? I mean, this is pretty straightforward gaming sense. There must be another ring like that, the pair that goes with, you know, the other person in the graveyard here somewhere. So I'm going to Google that. Okay. And the spell Warding Bond. Oh, interesting. Interesting. It's actually not even relevant. The reason is that warding, so basically an enemy with warding bond, or someone with warding bond, if we get attacked, the person who we share the bond with takes the same damage. So I actually read online that if you just put warding bond on some person at the camp, then that's just like incredible. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh man, that's crazy. But wow, are those poor people like sacrificed, like if the damage becomes too great? Like Jesus, who knows? Okay, anyways, let's keep going.
Here rests Violet Goldhammer, beloved singer. May her voice live on in our memories.
All these dark priestesses slain in battle. They must have a stronghold nearby or a temple.
Could be north up this way. Should we push north first? I think we should.
Our hero thought but of treasure ahead, did not consider the peace of the dead. Through the dark he went creeping, and awoke what was sleeping. A new grave they dug, which he himself fed.
We could say, are you saying there's treasures ahead? Or, how long have you been standing around practicing that little recital? Or, a warning, no less. Don't tell me a word about me. We'll pick the second. How long have you been standing around practicing that little recital?
Until it was perfect. I've grown quite fond of you, you know, in my way. I thought it only fair to warn you about the dangers ahead.
We could say, so you expect me to turn and walk away? Or, I can handle myself, Raphael. Or what we will say, which is, what dangers are those?
Oh, we both know they are soon to be revealed. It would be pointless of me to try to bar you from entering. But I can set the scene, as it were. Prepare you for your role.
We could say, just cut to the chase, will you? Or, I know my role even if you don't. It is to kill Ketheric. Or, how do you even know there's danger ahead? Or fine, paint me a picture. I'll say, how do you even know there's danger ahead?
My dear friend, I think you'll find I play my part in many a plot indeed. Cannot the same be said for you these days, true soul?
Say, I know my role, even if you don't. It is to kill Ketheric.
Ah, I had an inkling that was one of your main motivators. Delighted to see it confirmed. You're welcome to give it your best shot, of course. It's just that, well, the man has proven to be more or less resilient to death, which is not the only obstacle you're likely to face.
Say, fine, paint me a picture.
There is a stage down in the dark upon which a great drama has suspended itself in time. Its actors dwell there still, mired in the languor of their long, tired scenes. If you, however, through the dark, go creeping and awake what is sleeping, chances are many more graves than yours alone will soon be fed.
We could say, enough of your jibber-jabber, be gone, or spell it out, or what we will say, which is persuasion. Paint me a clearer picture than that.
Very well. There is a creature that lurks in silence and shadow. A creature who, like me, is very much of the infernal persuasion. Should it make its way out through the very doors you are about to brazenly swing open, you'll have unleashed a pestilence upon this realm. In truth, it is carnage incarnate. So if you meet the devil of which I speak, kill it. Consider no other course of action.
We could say, on the other hand, the enemy of my enemy, etc. Or paladin, I'll deal with this menace, but do not think of us as allies, fiend. Or I'll consider my actions when I get there. Or what we will say, which is insight. You're still only telling me half of what you really know I can tell.
This creature and I go back a long way. I admit it would be in my best interest as well should it remain trapped in the dark. Or misplace its head, perhaps? I should not relish its reacquaintance. Let's leave it at that.
We could say I always knew you were a coward at heart, or sounds like an acquaintance I'd quite like to make actually. Or we'll say, fair enough.
You have it in you to author a thrilling finale if you heed this warning. Do not underestimate this opponent. At best, you will have the blink of an eye to strike. Strike first, strike true, defy the odds, for they are distinctly in its favor. That much I owe the bastard to concede. After all, if there is one rule I hold dear, it's that one must always give the devil his due.
What the heck is going on here? So we got two new entries. First, the Pale Elf. With that Astarian speaking to me. Interesting. Interesting. Raphael left without Astarion speaking to him. I think it's actually best that Astarion doesn't speak with Raphael. Probably. The other quest we were looking at was here. Raphael told us of a nemesis who lurks in the depths beneath the mausoleum. Evidently, we should try to deal with this old enemy. Okay. So that's actually where I'll go ahead and end the video there for this week. I want to go ahead and say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe as it greatly helps the channel. Light to be with you all. Take care, and thanks again.